Alrighty, welcome in everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. Today we're going to be finishing off this Greenland to Iraq trip. We're just outside of Istanbul. We're going to drop south there. Just before we get to town, hit the ferry over to Beirut. And then from Beirut, it's going to be almost a straight shot over to Baji, where we'll finish off this run once and for all. This is the 6th and final video of this series. It's been a long ride, ready to get over with. Interested to see how many hardcore points I'm going to get out of this. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And definitely worth trying out yourself. I think I'm going the wrong way. I can't remember how this place was laid out, but I think I need to go this way, actually. We definitely have plenty of time to get to the ferry. We'll have to rest there, and then that ferry ride should reset. We may have to stop once between Beirut and Baji. I'm not sure. But either way, we're going to get to our destination today and drop this load off. And check out the final results in Trucky on what this job paid off. I used to do a lot of real long hauls back in the day, and then I sort of fell out of it for a while, but here recently, just regaining more of an interest in the long hauls, especially with the hardcore simulation, because the longer the distance, the heavier the load, and the better the fuel mileage, you can rack up a pretty significant amount of points. I did a run in ATS. I went from Texas to Alaska, and I think that netted me 2,400 hardcore simulation points. So it'll be interesting to see what this will net me comparatively to the ATS run that I did. Here's one little thing I do when I'm driving. It mainly applies to freeway driving. I don't know if this will help you guys manage your speed limits a little bit better, but in Europe, some European countries are 80 and some European countries are 90. And then, like, in the areas that have the speed limit of 90, there are some 80 stretches of freeway. So what I normally do to help better manage my speed is I'll dookie. Oh, there's a ticket and some minus hardcore points. So what I'll do is, if I know there's some 80 stretches and some 90 stretches, I'll set my cruise control to 79. and then just hold down the accelerator to do the 90, and then whenever you see it's going to be switching to 80, all you need to do is just lift off the accelerator. Let the truck slow itself down with the cruise control regulation, engine brakes, whatever you want to call it. Here it actually dropped from 90 to 70. And I think that may be the first ticket we've received on this trip. Just as I looked up at the other screen, I have a Twitch streamer that I follow and moderate for. I have their stream running on the screen above me. And I was just looking up there to see if there was anything crazy going on, but ended up drifting lanes and smacking into an AI car. They're €9. There's some really expensive tolls across Europe. I really like how they've done Istanbul and ETS2 here. It's like the one major city that they've actually made feel like it's a major city. It's crazy big for a city in ETS2. This sort of looked like it was a downhill grade, but I guess it was. Now it's going uphill, looks like. We're at the ferry. right, Beirut. Where does this take us, actually? Oh, that takes us over to Turkey. It would be nice if they could, I guess it would be PROMODS if they could eventually work this in so you get a road here and then joining down here as well. That would be nice. That's a lot of land to cover though too, so low air pressure. We got a rest reset. 1,049 kilometers to go. Okay. I don't know. I might continue driving this truck for a while. I really do. I really am enjoying it. I just thought the fuel mileage would be better. I was getting really good fuel mileage in with the Ford F-Max. I don't know if it's relative to what the IRL fuel mileage is for the F-Max, but it was like down in the 30s, like 31, 32. And this one's currently running, this is the latest Volvo, the FH6, and it's currently running at 42.4. And we're turning the wrong way. Okay, we can get back on track over here. We'll just say that we were filling in some gray road. Been some lag here. There is a lot going on in the Middle East expansion pack for ProMods. Like some close, yeah, English, please. Closely packed cities together in the Middle East add-on, and of course, as you can see here, lots of assets here make this look like an actual city. Oh, red light. Don't need another ticket. Whatever that said, Frontier or something. I kind of like how they. I need to take that alternative route there one day to see what that's like. No way I would be able to do 80 on this road. I have my truck stabilities turned down a bit to make it feel more realistic. Rather than, I think the default stabilities actually sets everything at 100%. So it's like the truck is glued to the road. Oh, can we use both lanes? I don't stop at these things. They don't give you any fines for not stopping, so. There's no gate, but there's like a stop sign there. So the AI are naturally gonna stop, but. We're speeding. Once we get past some of these checks here, there is going to be a lot of open road. Everything is in order. Alright, let's see what this truck is gonna do. He's gonna get hit. Welcome to Syria. I think we'll have one more. Oh, actually, there's one coming up right here. I was gonna say, I think we have one more check after this. Oh, the speed limit is. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, I thought the speed limit was gonna drop to 30 at least. don't know. I couldn't imagine living somewhere in the Middle East. It just feels like it's the Wild West over there. Alright, looks like we're getting into mainly just 2-lane highway and desert from here. Oh, we got one more border check up here. I think this should be the last one. This truck is not going very fast, but I can't really see very far. Oh, I think he's finally getting some speed here. guy. You gonna do 90? I don't have my ACC turned on because I got tired of it overdoing the brakes. Sometimes it would just do it randomly as well. Looks like he's gonna go just fast enough for me to keep up, but... or just slow enough for me to keep up, but not fast enough for me to overtake. Or wait, did that make any sense? Looks like he is going just slow enough for me to keep up, but fast enough for me to not be able to overtake. Ooh, I think I need more coffee. I guess it's just as well that we run this stretch at night anyways, because there's not much to see. Not much to see on this final stretch out here. Basically just all desert. Probably a few camels standing off in the distance, but otherwise that's about it. I think this could possibly be utilized as a really good hardcore simulation route to run for ETS2. So we found somebody on the hardcore leaderboards that was doing it for ATS. Oh, there is another check up here. Basically what they had done is they had found a piece of the map that was about 1,000 miles long, I believe it was. Damn, Tesla. And so what they did, they found this stretch of interstate on the map that is about 1,000 miles long. You pick up at a company that's right next to the interstate. You drive interstate all the way to the destination. At some fairly high speed limits, like 70, 75, 80 miles per hour. And then the place you drop off at is also like right next to the interstate. And they were creating heavy cargo load with Trucky. and just running point A to B over and over and over and over again. It's a cheesy way of doing it. If you ask me, I really don't agree with people that want to cheese their way up the leaderboards like that and not just run, you know, like regular cargo, like normal people, I guess. But it's the same way for people that are just doing miles leaderboards. Especially in ATS, they got this one certain route that they run. But here we're talking about several thousand miles. They run from like all the way from Texas to PROMODS, Canada. And just run that route back and forth. That's all they do. I don't know. I find it to be quite crazy, and it feels like it would take all the fun, enjoyment out of the game. You know, and some people that are in these miles VTCs, they stream that as well. And they'll stream ATS like 4 or 5 days out of the week. And every time they stream ATS, it's the same route. Over and over again, back and forth. And that's all the stream consists of. Oh, this is the final checkpoint. Now we're coming into Iraq. But yeah, there's like streams like that. I don't know. I've watched a few of them sometimes, but it's nothing that I can tune into on a regular basis and watch. I almost hit that gate. Oh yeah, how could I forget about this checkpoint? It's got tanks sitting everywhere. Oh shit, it's only 10 kilometers an hour. Are they serious? Oh, there's another ticket. I just busted out of the gate thinking it was going to be like 30, 40 kilometers an hour. Like it is now, but evidently it wasn't. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to be living in this environment. It says police on the vehicles, but it looks like they're fully geared out military personnel with automatic rifles. $561 kilometers to Baghdad. fuel mileage is 43.3. I need to do this run over again with the same cargo, but use the Ford F-Max and see what kind of fuel mileage it gets compared to this Volvo. "13 minutes left. There's a place to sleep here. Feel like I should go ahead and pull over." I just realized I'm gonna need fuel as well. Holy crap. Oh, it says we can stop, so I'm gonna do that before. Place seems kind of sketchy. Surely there will be a fuel station in the next 500 kilometers. Originally, Trucky showed that we were going to have enough fuel to make it to the destination, but I think all the starting and stopping and slowing down and speeding up, going through the tolls in the cities back there, ruined all that. So there is a fuel station there. Oh, there's one right here. If only I would have just waited. I should have looked at the map. I could have just stopped here, taken my rest and gotten fuel at the same time. Good to go. Could not imagine living out here. Jeez. Imagine trying to get supplies out to these places all the time. Wait, we gotta turn here? What? Okay. I don't think we took this route the last time we went out here either. Okay, I can at least do 80. Well, it said 80, but still saying 70 here. Scam. I think you could go the other route too if I'd have just stayed straight. Like 70s is all we're gonna be able to do. Well, dang. Yeah, there it looked like it used to be a gas station. Seems like some of these roads out here would just like completely get covered up with sand. Oh, okay. Crazy lean to the road there. Is it actually a fuel station? There's at 80 again, but it's still 70. Unfortunately, I can't do 80 just because the sign said so. If the game says 70, then I gotta do 70. I've also realized that doing the longer runs, for especially if you're doing Trucky hardcore simulation, is a bit better than doing the short runs like I had been doing, especially when you're doing events. World of Trucks events, you're only getting like 100 points per run or something like that if it's short. But getting that 2,400 points on that run from ATS was nice. But I think you can do somewhere around 1,500. I think it's around 1,500 kilometers. That distance should net you a 5-star on the distance. And the rest is all up to you and the truck. Oh my gosh. How well fuel mileage you get, the cargo you choose, the way you drive, fines and fuel mileage. Looks like the road's gonna get a little bit wavy. Is that a train line? There's another one. That's the third 80 sign I've seen now. Wonder what it'd be like if you just didn't care about the speed limit and just run through this road at full throttle, hitting some of those bumps. 350 kilometers to go. I think if I do any more like long range cargo hauls, destinations, journeys, whatever you want to call them, I think I may just do it all in one, try to do it all in one video. It has sort of become a chore to try and record 6 different videos and that are all like about an hour, hour and a half long each, just to complete this one run. Either that or maybe just limit the runs that I do for videos to like 1,500 kilometers. Or say 1,600 kilometers. That would be 1,000 miles for ATS. Ah, hello car. That would be better. Limit it to 1,000 miles in ATS and 1,600 kilometers in ETS2. What's that checkpoint all about? Still in Iraq. Look out, truck moving over. Oh, I didn't even realize it dropped to 7. Man, I'm gonna get myself in trouble on this final stretch here. What was it? 2 tickets and too much speeding. Not good, not good. Mm-hmm. 43.1 on fuel mileage. Not impressed whenever it comes to that, to be honest. But then again, I'm gonna look up some real statistics on fuel mileage for the Ford F-Max and see what it actually gets IRL. weird that they got security checks within Iraq at different cities. It's like a little oasis out here. Everything is in order still. Everything's been in order for the previous 20 checkpoints. I remember the first time seeing these places like that. It's got the bridges. Looks like a riverbed, but no water in it. It's got the bridge. And it always wondered, like, why did they do that for? It never really dawned on me that. The first place I seen them was out west in the U.S. But it like never really dawned on me that there are times that it can come some heavy rain out in these places, and those seemingly dry riverbeds turn into rivers. At least until all the rainwater drains away. Says we got 12 minutes till we gotta rest, 11 minutes until we get there. go stop and rest one final time anyways. Just to be safe so I don't get no sleeping offense tickets. Now it's 11 and 9. The bad thing about coming out to this place means that I gotta drive this road back to get out of here unless I just quick travel somewhere. Which I try not to do. I try to keep the quick travel to a minimum. I like keeping it more on the realistic side where you drive wherever you need to go. But like even if I decide to switch trucks, it's always going to put me back at my home garage in Stockholm. So even whenever I switch trucks, I'll try to take note of where I'm at currently whenever I switch to truck, and then use the dev camera to teleport back to that location so I can continue where I left off, but in the different truck. I kind of would like to have the option to be required to visit the nearest garage to be able to switch trucks, or even more realistically drive to the actual garage where the truck is parked. I would definitely enable that if that was an option. We're down under 100 kilometers here, guys. Actually, we have a place to stop here, so let's yet again another sketchy spot. Like, where are you supposed to stop at? There's just like stuff everywhere. Back here, maybe. Like you just pull it in and stop wherever you feel like it. There we go. They're gonna put us in the middle of the night. Yeah, it is. Oh man, I was afraid of that. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of here. Where's the exit to this place? Maybe we can drive out right here somewhere? Oh, at least there's police here. There's a yield sign, but there's only one way you can go. Okay, he's turning. Wow, another checkpoint. Probably could have stuck my nose in there and repaired the truck. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. there's much to do out here in this town. There's a viewpoint here. I would do the viewpoint if it wasn't at 9. Okay. This way, I guess. Come on through, he says. All right. We're on it. This is where you get your oil dirt cheap before it gets taxed and tariffed and taxed again and price gouged. There's the viewpoint. All these tankers lined up ready to fill up. I mean, just how much oil could be out there. You've always heard over the years that, like, you know, oil supply is going to run out. Oil supply is going to run out. All the while, the population's been increasing. The motor traffic has been increasing, and we still haven't run out yet. Just like they used to always say that the water was going to run out, too. Okay, it's here. Don't know if we're actually gonna have enough room to do like a U-turn reverse. Definitely gonna try though. We're up in the curve a bit. That curve will survive. And there we are. In like Flynn, this is, oh, wrong button. We're off to one side, but we're fairly straight. They can lift it off like that, right? All right, here we are, guys, dropping this trailer. Excellent. 6,732 kilometers. 320 in-game hours, 2,907 liters of fuel consumed. Base reward 100,000, proficiency 85,000 bonus. Wow, long distance delivery bonus 26,000. Seems kind of low for the distance we travel, but for a total of 212,739 euros. All right, let's save game. And let me open up Trucky. Oh. There we go. Let me switch it over to display. So this is Trucky. It says jobs delivered 1, earned XP 8,455, 207,000 euros. It says only drove 1,156 because this job was done over several different sessions. So I'm going in my profile, look at jobs. All. Why is it not showing? Oh wait, here it is. It's because I started the job on the 7th. So I got 2,450 points for this job as well. So I basically got about the same 3,960 mile trip on ATS for 2,408 points. And then this one here, 6,186 kilometers for 2,450 points. Transport, this is all ferries, toll gate, transport, toll gate. I got a fine right here. Accident with another vehicle. And another fine for speeding. Here we can look at. So I didn't take a lot of damage, so I got 5-star there. I got 5-star on the distance. The 2 fines was what hurt me. I only got 3-star there. The fuel economy, 4.8, actually, surprisingly. And then, of course, mass. It wasn't a heavy load, so really hurt me on the mass there. I only got 1 star. So minus 10 points for the fines and minus 18.8 for the fuel economy. That's interesting. They consider that to be a good fuel economy. For a total of 2,450 points. Not bad. Now if I go look at the leaderboards, we got the hardcore leaderboards. There was this guy I was talking about earlier doing that same route over and over and over and over again. That we had a question about. I'm gonna look at this guy. This guy's he's doing a variety of jobs actually. This guy's putting in a ton of miles. All right, let's see. Where am I at on the... I don't even see myself. I'm not even in the top 100. If we search for country, Sweden, where I'm at. There's nobody in Sweden doing hardcore simulation this month. There's usually a few more guys. Oh, I'm number 73, actually. Oh, how did I miss that? So I've got a total of 4,548 points for this month. And most all of that is just on 2 jobs. All right, well, that was Trucky. That was our stats for this job and some hardcore simulation stats I've got going so far. But hell, it was a journey. It was a nice series of videos to do. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do it again anytime soon, or if I'll just stick to, like I said, like 1,000-mile trips in ATS and 1,600-kilometer trips in ETS2, and just do all of that in one video session. But I appreciate you guys that have tuned in and watched the videos throughout this series and dropped some likes and subscribes. I appreciate it. All the support is very much welcome. And yeah, I think I'm planning on doing a taxi life video here pretty soon. And I got a bunch of shorts that I need to get done and get posted, so you guys can look out for some daily shorts as well. Y'all take it easy and have a good one, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye.